getting in tonight. Bear with me with this. Oh my goodness. Woo. Okay, you guys, I don't know. Okay, it's 6:20. I had some technical difficulties, but we're in now, and I got it going. I think we're good now. Thank you guys so much for your patience tonight. I had such a tough time getting in, but you know what? I never give up, right? Never give up. So this is Lisa with Kinda Karnivore. Thank you for joining our second live. It is Monday night, and tonight we're talking about carb addiction. Yes, you guys, it is a tough topic. Carb addiction is a tough topic, but we're going to talk about it because if we don't talk about it, we can't conquer it. But first, I just want to let you guys know that if you are enjoying the content that I've been putting out and have been watching some of my videos, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, and share this with someone that needs hope, inspiration, and motivation. So you guys, tonight, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the 5 things that I did when I was carb addicted. And they are 5 embarrassing things. They are shocking. 5 shocking things that I did when I was carb addicted. And then I want to talk to you about how I use the mindset reset concepts to conquer my carb addiction and get through that period of my life. And I also want to talk with you, give you a quick update on channel direction and questions and answers. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, you guys, you know, when you are stuck in a carb cycle and you're cheating and you're eating things you're not supposed to eat, this has happened to me a few times. Luckily, with the keto carnivore lifestyle, I have not had as many relapses as I did in the past. But you guys, I have been known for these 5 things that I'm going to share with you. No judgment, please. But yeah. So you know what? We're going to get started with number 1, because number 1 is like the most embarrassing ever. But number 1 is I would just decide that I'm going to do my diet, whatever diet I was doing, blah, blah, blah. And I go through the house and I throw out like all the stuff, I throw it in a trash can. Couple of hours later, the carb cravings hit. BB's telling me things. I didn't know who BB was at the time. And I am in the trash getting the food that I threw away. Okay, I know. It sounds crazy. It sounds gross. But you guys, I would like fold it up like meat, as if I knew I was going to like go back and like get the thing. And then the thing that I had a problem with were these pretzels, these chocolate covered peanut butter pretzels, or peanut butter pretzels, you know, those Trader Joe pretzels. I had such a problem with that. So I would throw everything away. You know, I'm going to start fresh. I'm back on track, blah, 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 blah. And then sure enough, in the evening hours, the cravings would be so bad because I was in the addiction. They would be so bad that I would go back and I would neatly get the little folded thing out. So that's my number 1, eating out of the trash. It's terrible, I know. But you know what I really love? I love what Kelly Hogan says. She says that if you are going to throw things away, you need to squirt dishwashing soap all over it or destroy it or something so that you can't go back and eat it, because that's how bad these cravings are. So I didn't know that then, but yeah, so that's what I should have done. So that was my number 1, you guys. My number 2 is, you guys, I would isolate myself and eat in my car, or I would eat in my room, or I would eat like, you know, before my husband gets home or whatever. I would just isolate myself. If you're isolating yourself, that is because you know that it's an addiction, right? Like if you're doing any of these things, you guys, don't be judging me like you haven't done none of this stuff. But if you have done any of these things, you know what I'm talking about. When you eat in your car and then you get rid of the packages, all the packages so nobody sees it, or you wait till everyone like leaves the house to like eat your thing, or you know, you just eat in private or whatever. So that's isolating yourself. I would do that. I would eat alone. I would isolate myself. I would eat alone, and I would, you know, not want the evidence to show of the eating, you know, get rid of the packages, whatever. So that is my number 2. And you guys, the third thing that I would do when I was really carb addicted is okay, so when you're really carb addicted, even when you get back on track, like right now, of course I'm back on track. I've been back on track for years. I'm over 7 years in this journey. But you guys, the cough drops, sugar-free cough drops, sugar-free mints, sugar-free gum, it's like sugar-free, almost nearly zero carb, whatever. But you guys, when you have an addiction like I do to carbs and sugar, the taste of the sweet, you just like want it. I would eat up all the cough drops in the house. Okay? Cough drops, you guys, sugar-free cough drops. I would eat up all the mints, sugar-free mints, just eating them and eating them. And then, you guys, the worst of all of them is I would chew up all the gum. I would chew up all the gum, packs of gum. Just chew it for, till all the sweets out, take it out and chew another one. And then my husband would be like, babe, where's the cough drops? Or where's the gum? Can I get a mint? Oh my gosh, you guys, that stuff was gone. I was so addicted to sugar that even when I'm in my keto carnivore lifestyle journey, I don't keep that stuff in the house. So that's why I can't moderate. I can't moderate stuff like that. So you guys, yeah, mints, sugar-free cough drops, gum, that's my number 3. I would just eat them. And you guys know that a lot of that stuff has sugar alcohols and different kinds of, it's not sugar, but it's still sweet and it's sugar alcohols. They would wreck my stomach because you're supposed to have like one mint or a cough drop. I would just eat it all. So my stomach would be wrecked. Like, I would have, stomach gurgling and, not feeling good. And man, if you ever had to be cleaned out, I know too much information, right? But that sugar-free stuff, yeah. So I don't practice that. I don't practice any of the sugar alcohols. After I went carnivore, I completely took them out of my diet. Now I will have a drop of monk fruit in my coffee, few drops, but any of the powdery, sugary, sugar alcohol, I don't do allulose, I don't do erythritol, I don't do none of that stuff. I don't keep the cough drops in here, artificial sweeteners, none of that stuff. For some reason, you guys, that stuff triggers me, but like if I just put a little monk fruit in my coffee, the pure extract, the drops, not the ones that are laced with the erythritol, I'm okay with that, but I'm not okay with the packets, the powdery packets, because there's other stuff in there. So that's what I do. But yeah, you guys, number 3 was bad. I would be number 3, the sugar-free cough drops, mints, gum, can't be in the house. So you guys, number 4 is I hated sharing my food. I was not a food sharer, especially before my keto carnivore days when I was really addicted and having desserts and stuff. And people are like, oh, let's share dessert so it'll be I don't want to share my stuff. Like I wanted to eat the whole thing. I hated sharing food, especially desserts, because I wanted it all. You guys, I wanted it all. So yeah, I did not like sharing of the food. So the other thing, number 5, my number 5 is I would decide that I'm going to start my program tomorrow or whatever. Let's say I'm starting on a Monday. I don't know why everyone wants to start on Monday. My number 5 is I would eat everything in the house that isn't on my program because I'm going to start the program the next day. So like say, for example, there is, and then I didn't believe in wasting food, right? So say, for example, there's like, half a thing of chips or, this pretzels or whatever. There's like leftover from somewhere, bread, whatever. I would just like, instead of getting rid of it, I would just say, okay, this is going to be my last treat. And I would binge all the way till midnight eating all the stuff that's not on my program in the house. I would be sick. I would be so sick, you guys, so sick. I would eat all of the stuff that wasn't on the program, bread, chips, candy, whatever. I would just make myself sick. so that I can start fresh on the program the next day. No temptations are in the house. I took everything out, you guys. And then the next day, I went and got more stuff. I went and got more stuff. I would do stuff like that. Oh my goodness. You guys, that is crazy. And back then, I didn't know about BB. So BB is my back brain, and my back brain was loud, you guys. I did that stuff. Those are the 5 things that I did when I was carb addicted, okay? And I know I'm not the only one. You guys can act like, oh my gosh, she's, whatever. I know I'm not the only one. I am sharing that with you guys so you guys can have hope. If you have done any of those things, you guys can have hope. You know that you can get through it, because I did. And that was like a whole 90 pounds ago, a whole lifestyle ago, before my keto carnivore days. However, the cough drop and all that sugar-free stuff, after I went carnivore, I had to let that stuff go, because that was still like haunting me. I couldn't take it. So you guys, that is a little bit about what happens in a carb addict's mind. I was a carb addict. Probably, that's something that I battle. But you guys, the mindset reset concepts, my training, the free training, you guys have to do that. If you have not done my mindset reset masterclass, you have to do it, because you're going to get the 6 tools that you need so that you can fight your carb addiction, your cravings, staying on track, not letting BB get in your mind, not letting food noise tempt you to do things that you know probably you shouldn't be doing. But you guys have to do my mindset reset class. I will make sure I link it at the end of this video for you so that you can click on it and do it. It is a master class, so you guys are going to have some homework. You want to make sure you have pencil and paper, all the stuff. You can pause it, take notes, look at it again if you have to, but you have to get it in your system. It has to be so normal, like, oh, these 6 steps, yeah, this is what I do. That's why I'm able to slay my keto carnivore diet, because I have ammunition. It is the bomb, you guys. So anyway, that is the 5 tips. The 5 tips that, the 5 things that I did when I was carb addicted. So you guys, I want to also talk to you guys about the channel direction. So really excited. We are pressing on. We're over the 100 subscriber mark, and we are working hard to get to the 500 subscriber mark. Once we get to 500, we will be able to have the support group available for you guys. That's going to be called Mindset Reset in Action, because we're going to live this out together, and we are going to have support, accountability. There'll be challenges. We're going to help each other through this. We will also have posts that are just for the members. So it's going to be really awesome. So if you're enjoying this content, I just want to remind you to click on the subscribe button. If you already subscribed, make sure you click on the bell so you can be notified every time one of my video loads. And also share this with someone that needs inspiration and hope. Share it with someone, and then that way you can have a partner to do this with too. So, and also don't forget the thumbs up to like this video. I think that's all I have for you guys tonight. If you are watching this on the playback, you can go ahead and put your questions and any topics that you want me to cover or make a video on. And then I have a question for you. What is the hardest thing for you in keeping on track, starting or staying with a ketogenic lifestyle, low carb, keto carnivore, whatever you are or whatever you want to be? What is the hardest thing for you? Now, you guys, I shared 5 things, 5 jacked up things, okay? 5 things that are embarrassing. So you can put one thing in the comments that you struggle with, and I will make sure that I address it, reply to you, maybe make a video on it. So that's what I want to leave you with. And I hope that you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for for bearing with me with the internet problems. It wasn't an internet problem. I'm just new at this, and it was something that I did. But anyway, we got it on here. We got the live on here. This is our second live. We're going to be here every Monday at 6 o'clock Pacific time, and it's going to be a different topic each Monday. So until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good night.